Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is probably the worst horror movie I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It is just shit through and through. One of the big problems with the film is that at first it tricks you a little bit, thinking that maybe it has some concept of a horror film that might be a little interesting. In the beginning of the film, there's actually this pretty interesting, little scratchy style of backstory for all the characters based off the Winnie the Pooh books, where the characters go crazy after a while after they get abandoned by Christopher Robin. And, it's kind of an interesting concept in a weird way, because unlike that Mickey Mouse horror film I saw a couple days ago, this one is actually based off the actual characters, or they are the killers, not just some guy wearing a character mask. It basically is. These characters are supposed to be animals, they're just people wearing masks, and they look like shit. They're not even actually original masks, they just took them from the internet or someplace like that. Like, oh, here's a pig mask, and here's a bear mask. And they also don't talk, so they don't do anything interesting. You can call this Lumberjack Man and wouldn't change a single thing. This basically has nothing to do with Winnie the Pooh in the first, 10 minutes, which is pathetic. Not only do we get a vague backstory of why these characters are evil, they just don't do a whole lot of interesting things. Like, near the end, Winnie the Pooh just bitch slaps people and I guess they die. It's kind of weird because the rest of the movie he's using weapons, but now he's so strong that he can punch someone's hands clean off. Like, where was this previously? I didn't see that. And he has the power to control bees? Like, what? When the hell did Winnie the Pooh ever control bees? Like, there's one scene that had bees around him, but now randomly he just kills a person with a swarm of bees. Like, what the fuck was that about? Up until this point, there's basically nothing supernatural about this film, but no, now Winnie the Pooh can control bees. Stupid. Oh yeah, I should probably tell you the dumbass plot. So Christopher Robin, he went to college and he ditched his friends Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, and all the others, but we don't see any others other than Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and I guess they ate ear at one point. Rip. So Christopher Robin brings his, I guess, fiance or wife, whatever, doesn't really matter. It's like, here's where I used to go. I wonder if they're still here. You gotta believe. He's the only actor that's okay, and we think he'd be the main protagonist. There's some connection to characters, but really, he's barely in the film. That sucks. But like I said, this one scene with the character is the only thing that's good. It actually has some good setup, and the set design looks fine. Make up a twisted version of the original books, which works a little bit, but not that great, because obviously Winnie the Pooh is not a scary character at all. Then randomly, they go under the table like they're scared, but they have no reason to be scared at this point. They don't know that Winnie the Pooh's a killer now, but whatever, he's just going to hide underneath the table. So then Winnie the Pooh and Piglet kill his wife, and then they capture Christopher Robin and strangle him and do all torture stuff on him, the typical horror crap. Unfortunately, the rest of the movie is just some British bimbos are going into a cabin in the woods, and yeah, that's it. They suck. I don't know any character's name, and nor do I care. One of them has a backstory about a stalker that is about as pointless can be. Like, oh, this guy, the stalker, well, obviously it's not. It's a bear man, or whatever the hell it is. They're just lame thoughts who have been boring as hell, just there for Pooh and Piglet to kill. And that's a sentence I didn't think I ever say. Yeah, this movie sucks. The characters are terrible, and just basically waiting for them to die, but then the effects are just okay. Nothing spectacular. There's way better horror movies to watch out there. And the reason you're watching this is to see if it's funny or not, but it's not funny. It's stupid. Oh, in case you're wondering, everybody but Christopher Robin dies, and yeah, that's the end. I guess there's a sequel. I won't be watching it because this movie sucked. And yeah, if you want to watch a terrible public domain horror movie, watch The Mousetrap. Do not watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's terrible.